Your Hawks are taking on Level Academy. Game has just started. Puck drop. Shot on Emily. Goes up the far side wall. Rookie blocks that one. Coming back. Get you zoomed in here. Puck goes all the way down. I got an arm up. I got icing. All right. Let me get myself situated. Sorry, your game time started a little bit early. Trying to connect to Wi-Fi's and all that fun stuff. Roundy at the dot, level with the shot. Emily catches that one in the breadbasket. Try to get us a little bit more zoomed in. Tilt us up a little bit. Back up to the point. Down low to the hash marks. Level back up towards the point. Shot down. Emily takes that one off with an ankle. Comes up the near side wall. Brownie grabs it. Trying to get a pass over towards Philly. Got tipped up in the air. Philly battling for it on the far side wall. Got an arm up. Delay penalty coming up. On the level. Sorry, still trying to get connected to the Wi-Fi on one of my other phones. Hawks. On the, oh no, offsetting, so 5-on-5 still. Level gets the puck back. They go back into their own zone. Up the near side wall, taken away there by Greta. Grabbed by Tater. Gets it up towards Gia. A little bit of a scrum inside this neutral zone. Goes over to the far side. Mango tips it away, but still had enough power to get over to that far side wall. Lovell comes back to the near side. Lovell goes through the slot, over to the far side. Dot stops, turns around, pulls it back up. Top of the circle, backhands it down low. Emily booted it, but unfortunately Lovell got it past. Lovell gets on the board early here at 13:32 in the first. Got Maddie. Kendall pulls it away, gets it over towards Caden. Caden goes through the slot, puts it down low, goes across the crease. Poke check there by Kendall. Goes over to the far side corner. Stopped there by Caden. Up towards Bus. Coming back 2-on-1. Shot gets tipped by Bus, comes over to the near side wall. Picked up by Kendall, gets it up to the blue line. Lovell keeps it in. Liv grabs this one. Dishes it up over towards Caden. Caden crosses the blue line. Goes over to the far side wall. Liv in the near side corner. Ends up coming up to the wall. Back over towards Caden. Caden puts the puck to the near side. Lovell putting it back down low. Brownie tipping it away. Back in on Emily. She reaches down, covers it up. All right, I'm on live, and you get picked up. Brownie at the dot, wins it back towards the point. Pushed over to the far side. Down below the net. Over to the near side hash marks. Jess sends this one all the way down. No icing. Rookie gets down there. Up the far side wall. Alexa seals the wall. Rookie comes in, picks it away, sends it back behind the net. Jess is going to go chase after it. Comes up to the hash marks. Josh keeps it down low. Jess takes a shot from the back and no call. Brownie helping out. Rookie trying to come in there. Taken away just from her. Just goes back behind the net over to the far side corner. Comes back up through the slot. Josh grabs it. Has a little bit of room, gives it towards Jess. Jess dusts it off around a couple, trying to get a shot off. Her shot gets tipped and goes back behind the goalie. Lovell coming up that far side, tipping it up the wall. Stopped by Sizzle, gets it over towards Philly. Philly carries it up across the blue line. Philly in, centering it up, just taken away by Lovell, kept in there by Joss. Goes over to the far side wall. Sizzle keeps it down, gets it over towards Philly. Philly looks up, gets it towards Jess. Or, I'm sorry, towards Sizzle. Kept in by Greta, back behind the net. Got Sizzle, Tater, and Philly out there, along with Carmen and Greta. Battle up along the far side wall. Carmen trying to poke it away. Sizzle coming in, shoves the girl down. Goes through the slot, taken away by Lovell up the far side wall. They dump it in. Tater takes the girl out at the knees. All good. Robbins racing. Comes up the near side wall. Sizzle chips it up towards out of the blue line. Nope. Kept in by Lovell. Goes through the slot. Emily blocks the first one. Goes back behind the net. Back up to the near side hash marks. Down low. Tipped away there by Tater. Lovell's going to grab it up along the near side wall. Back up to the point. Over to the far side. We got a whistle being called. Got an interference. Sorry, coffee went down the wrong pipe there. Had to put you on mute there for a second. All right, Hawks on a power play. Maddie at the dot. Rookie trying to poke it away. Jess gets it, sends it back towards Liv. Liv walks the line, gets it back towards Maddie. Liv is going to get called for a penalty as she pulled the girl down. So we are 4-on-4 here now for 116. There will be a 14-second delay difference. Gia at the dot. Shot goes across the bow over to the near side hash marks. Picked up by Lovell. Lovell gets it over to the far side point. They walk it in. Shot gets airmailed above the goal. Comes all the way back into Lovell's own zone. They dance it around and dust it off. Clearing up some space. Pass goes over to the far side. Emily blocks it, goes back off the protective netting, reaches down, trying to cover the puck, loose puck. Finally whistled and stops at 9:24 here in the first. Bus battling along the near side wall. Brownie trying to help out. Trendle comes over. Goes back behind the net. Centered up. Blocked away there by Emily. From the point, gets airmailed over to the near side wall. Grabbed up by Kendall. Ends up going to the blue line. Back towards center ice. Over to the far side wall. Alexa tips it up towards Brownie. Brownie gets it out of the zone. Lovell coming around the near side. Tip there by Kendall. Ends up going back into the Lovell zone. They retreat and go back behind their own net. Up that far side wall. Brownie puts her into the wall. Robbins racing. And Jocelyn takes a nice little poke into the wall. Lovell's on the power play here for 4 seconds. Goes in deep into the far side corner. This penalty's now over. Lovell comes up the near side. Swing and a miss on their outlet. Keeps it down low. Kept in by Greta. Greta down into the corner. Circling around, puts a shot. Oh, just goes off the backside of the net. Sorry, I had the mute going on Facebook. They were back on the live. Battle in the corner. Got Caden taking on 2. Philly trying to poke it away. Oh, and Tater was on the bottom side of that pile up. Jocelyn coming back. Good hustle there. Grabs the puck in the corner, goes back behind Emily. Stops, changes direction. Got met with a bunch of level jerseys. Lots of traffic. Josh blows a tire. Ends up body checking a girl from Level. So Jocelyn will be going to the sin bin here at 7:13 in the first. First penalty on Liv was a little ticky-tack. That one was definitely a body check, but let's just call it both ways, as Coach Todd is asking. Back to the point, over to the far side. Rocket of a shot gets tipped in front of Emily and ends up going off the protected glass back behind her. Back up to the near side. Top of the slot, just over to the far side point. Near side point, walks it in. Top of the slot. Shot goes off of Sizzle's boots. Sizzle picks the puck up, coming in on net. Goes off the goalie's blocker, over to the far side wall. Why is that not called? As Maddie got pressed up like canned ham against that far side wall. Coming up through center ice. Poke check back behind the net. Ends up going over to the far side hash marks. Level. 2-hand chop. I mean, come on. Call a slash. Down low. Liv kicks it to the outside. Boots it over towards Jess. Jess goes off the near side wall. Taps it into center ice. Coming right back through. Will it go on to Emily? It does. Emily reaches down, covers it up. Stops the clock here at 5:54. 12 seconds left on the penalty kill. Brownie at the dot, along with Gia, Alexa, and Bus. Bus smacks at it, comes back up towards the point. Top of the circle, shot goes down over to the far side hash marks. Grabbed up there by Gia. Kicked back out of the zone. Tapped, goes down to the far side dot. Up the near side hash marks. Mango putting some pressure. Goes back up to the far side, just around Alexa. Bus is going to come all the way back. No arm up, no icing. Bus sends it around the near side. Brownie picks it up. Puts it through center ice, grabbed up by Level. Back up the near side wall, tipped into center ice. Cross check being called on Bus. I mean, wow, that's oh no, cross check on Brownie. I'm not quite sure what this guy's watching. I didn't see it. Getting some Petro in me. Maddie at the dot. Wins it over to the near side. Greta trying to smack it up the wall, but stopped by Level. Back behind Emily. Carmen goes back over to the far side corner. Sends it off the wall. Stopped by Level. Keeps it down below the circle. Back behind Emily that goes. Near side dot. Swatted away there by Kendall. Comes back into center ice. Dusting it off. Carries it across the blue line. Good back check there by Maddie. Poke check there by Kendall. Kendall sends it all the way out and down. Just towards the goalie. She stopped it. Kendall tipped that one. Ends up coming back towards Level, though. Carries it up towards the blue line. Offsides being called. .44 seconds left on the penalty. 4:17 left in the period. Got Brookie at the dot with Jess. Level wins this one back. Back over the near side. Tipped away there by Brookie. Level was able to grab it back. Sends it all the way in and down, and that is an icing call. We'll take that one. In the near side dot. Liv taps it down. Picked up by Level. Goes over to the far side wall. Taken away there by Jess. Jess takes the shot. Goalie catches it in the glove. Blow the whistle, guy. Tater Dumpty at the dot. Tipped away there by Liv. Grabbed up by Tater. Sends it back down low. We still got 10 seconds left on the penalty kill. Level pushes it up the far side wall. Back over to the near side. Bounces it off the wall. Liv grabs it. Tips it off the wall. Picks it back up. Gets dragged down. How's that not a penalty? I mean, for Jiminy Christmas. Liv stops her at the blue line. Tater putting some pressure. We're back to 5-on-5. Loose puck at the goal line. Caden trying to get over there. Level picks it up. Goes up that far side wall. Bouncing it around. Tater keeps it. Level sends it down. Liv touches it. Comes up the near side wall. Stretched outlet pass to Philly at the blue line. Goes down low. Up the far side wall. Taken away there by Alexa. Carries it down into the zone. Stopped and pressured up against the wall. I mean, are we watching the same game here? Because I got like 6 penalties on Level. Shot gets tipped. Goes back behind Emily. Up the near side wall. Gets it towards Gia. Tipped out of the zone by Brownie. Chasing after it. Level grabs it just inside the blue line. Off the far side wall. Oh, Mango was coming in like a freight train trying to pick that puck up. Mango's going to grab it. Carried across the blue line. Puts a shot on net. Gets kicked back behind. Picked back up by Mango. Gets it up towards Gio. Gio lets it go for Bus. Bus gets a shot. Goes through some legs. Back behind the net. Gio's going to chase after it behind the goal line. Ends up going in on net, but off the near side post. Alexa kicks it back down to Mango. Mango tried to get something up and ends up getting tipped back behind the net. Mango passing it over to the near side hash marks. Level sends it up towards Maddie. Leaves it for Bus. Bus puts it down. Kicked over to the near side hash marks. Up to the blue line. Gia keeps it in. Level takes it away in the slot. Comes up the near side wall. Tipped away there by Bus. Bus has got some space. She's got some wide open room. Gets us over towards Maddie. Offside's being called. 1:16. Maddie at the dot. Pushed it forward into Level's zone. Level sends it up the far side wall. Carmen chasing after it. Separates the player from the puck. Ends up going out. Maddie grabs up that loose puck. Gets across center ice. Puts it in on net. Goes over to the far side corner. We are under a minute to go. Rookie trying to go through traffic. Ends up going over the far side hash marks. Maddie picks the puck up, puts it on net, goes off the blocker and back behind the goalie. Brookie trying to help out. Gets it over towards Maddie. Maddie drops it just past Brookie. Ends up coming over to the near side. Tipped away by Jess. Goes over to the far side wall. Lovell picks it up. Someone lost a twig. That'd be Carmen. Into the corner. Someone lost a mitten too. Blocked in front of Emily. Picked up to the corner, back up to the point. Gets tipped, goes over the near side wall. Tipped away there by Tater. And that is the end of your first period. Oh, we will be coming back to a second period after an ice cut.
So they can do it in the beginning?
Every 2 periods. All right, back to live action. Had to get my mics and everything set back up. Back to the blue line. Lovell carries it across. Drops it at the point. Kick back out into the center ice. Up the far side wall. Back here to the near side. Lovell sends it back through the middle. Going through the slot. Taken away by Sizzle. Gets it over towards Philly. Taps it back into center ice. Lovell coming back. Top of the slot. Blocked up there by Bus. Gathered up by Brownie. Tips it over towards Mango. Mango goes off the near side wall. Carries it in. Bottom of the, or at the face-off dot. Pulled down. Come on, referees. Lovell coming back. Liv stops it. Gets it up towards Bus. Bus dumps it in. Back behind the net. Up the far side wall all the way down. Icing being waved off. Lex is going to pick it up. Bodies go slamming into the boards. Liv meets the big tree. Chopped her down. No call. 13:30 to go in the second period. Over to the near side dot for the face-off. Tater Dumpty wins it over towards Liv. Lovell takes it away. Shot on Emily. Reaches down with the glove. Catches that one. Forward change. Maddie comes to the dot with Caden and Kendall. Comes back to the point. Shot on Emily. She reaches up, catches that one just above the top bar and in the glove. Maddie at the dot again. Lovell wins it back. Another shot on Emily. Kick save over to the far side circle. Kendall gets it, bounces it off the board. Caden coming chasing after it. Goes into the corner. Grabbed up by Kendall. Tipping it back towards Maddie. Goes across the slot. Over to the near side. Up along the wall. Into the corner. Got a couple of white jerseys there. Picked up by Caden. Bounces it off the wall. Kept in at the blue line. Sent over to the far side corner. Grabbed up by Liv at the hash marks. Serves it up towards Maddie. Tipped. Picked up by Kendall. Takes the shot off the blocker and over to the far side wall. Up the hash marks. Lovell sends it back near side. Nice dust off. Emily with the block. Still good presence there by Lovell. Keeps it in. Brownie pushing it forward. Ends up coming over towards Jess through the slot. Gets tipped. Goes back over behind the goal line. Up the far side hash marks. Just around Jocelyn. Carmen didn't go back, pick it up. Got one on hard. Gets slammed into the boards. Jess with the puck. Coming up that far side. Bounces it off the wall. Goes into the corner. Rookie trying to put some pressure. Jocelyn stepping up. Takes it away. Lovell goes off of a stick, up the boards. Hit, I believe, somebody in the players' bench. Going back over to the far side dot. Offensive zone draw here. Tater talking to her wingmates. Got Philly and Sizzle in the corner. Lovell gains control, comes up to the hash marks. Carmen steps up, keeps it down low for a split second there. Lovell comes away with it. Kept at the blue line there by Sizzle. Sizzle bounces it off the board, picked up by Philly. Philly trying to go through some legs, gets tripped. Come on, referees. Kept at center ice. Lovell gains control, carries it up to the blue line. Joss carries it back. Gets it up towards. Wow. Carmen with the puck, coming up near side. Just misses Philly. Level goes back. Blocked up there by Philly. Caught in center ice by Sizzle. Lovell pushing it forward. Carmen sends it into the zone. Grabbed up by Lovell again. Up the near side wall. Pushed back in through center. Dropped to the top of the circle. Taken away. Sent out and down. That's going to be an icing call. Coming back. 10:26 here to go in the second period. Maddie, Gia, Mango comes back. Lovell can't control it. Comes back into center ice. Mango putting some pressure. Tipped and back into the netting. Should be a neutral zone face-off. And it is. Maddie comes to the dot. Lovell wins this one back. Goes over to the far side. Tipped in. Going to go back behind Emily. Picked up by Bus in the corner. Coming up the wall. Outlet goes through the middle. Up the boards. Mango sends it in. No icing. Goes back behind the net. Over to the far side corner. Just up that wall. Pushed all the way out and down. How's that not an icing? I'm not quite sure. Left for Lovell. Greta sends her into the boards. Penalty coming up on Hawks. Top of the circle, walking it in, takes a shot. Emily stands up, goes over her shoulder, back up to the point. Taken away there by Bus.
What's the criteria for raising the arm?
Anyone outside of a white jersey. So 9:29, Hawks going on the penalty kill here. Goes back to Alexa, sends it up the wall. Lovell keeps it in, dusts it off, sends it back down low. Tipped away by Alexa. Tipped away again there by Kendall. Alexa sends it up the boards. Kendall kicks it up to the blue line, kept in. Alexa goes off the boards. Kendall grabs it. Carries it in, gets pressed. Wow, we finally get a penalty. Called our way. 9:01 here to go. Lovell goes on a penalty, so it's 4-on-4. Todd getting some explanation as to why things aren't called both ways. Got Philly at the dot, Jess and Liv and Alexa. Got 1:03 for a 4-on-4. Lovell wins this one back, sends it back behind the net, up the far side wall. Tipped around, takes a funky bounce off the wall. Lovell pushes it up towards the blue line. Decides to retreat a little bit. And then back through the center ice. Alexa swats that one over to the corner. Goes up high, far side dot. Shot goes above Emily's head, up the near side wall. Back behind the net. Liv's going to pick it up. Send it off the boards. Lovell gets control. Comes around near side. Back behind the net. Circling around. Drops it. Liv takes it. Sends it up the wall. Bounced into center ice by Jess. Back to the blue line. Taken away by Alexa. Kicks it up towards Philly. Lovell looking around. Hawks are on the power play. Philly comes in. Centers it up. Shot on net. Oh, tip. Lovell picks the puck back up. Comes up the far side. Sends it down. Joss is going to get there. Gets it up towards Brookie. We got 5 seconds on the power play. Caden coming across the blue line. Lost the handle of it through the slot. Back to 5-on-5. Loose puck, near side dot. Comes up to the blue line. Carmen grabs it just inside the blue line. Kicks it out of the zone. Lovell comes right back. Joss picks it up. Back behind the net, up the far side wall. Lovell can't handle the outlet pass. Coming all the way back into the near side corner. Comes up the wall. Brookie takes it at the hash marks. Drops it down for Brownie. Brownie gets a centering pass over towards Caden. Tipped on the goalie and ends up going back behind the net. Up the far side wall. Back in through center ice. Carmen grabs it. Sends it back in. Lovell comes over near side. Drops it at the blue line. Tater picks up the loose puck. Shovels it back into the Lovell zone. Chasing after it. Up the wall. Just out of everybody's reach. Bus kicked it back in, and that is offsides on the Hawks. 6:28 here to go. Got a 1-0 game. Mango trying to push it up towards Gia. Lovell kicked it out of the zone there for a second. Coming right back. Back over here to the near side. Greta pushing it forward. Stopped by Lovell. Back over to the near side. Lovell pushing it forward. Up the boards. Plus puts her into the wall. Emily blocks that one off the shoulder. Gets it up towards Tater. Tater carries it through center ice. Drops it in down low. Goes into the corner. Hawks going for a line change. Picked up by Kendall. Centering pass over towards Sizzle. A little bit off the mark. Plus trying to get a 50-50 puck there. Comes back to Liv. Liv sends it over towards Kendall. Kendall trying to get a pass over towards Sizzle. Ends up going down low. Kendall circling around, carries it back down low. Centering pass. Gets tipped. Alexa grabs it, sends it back over towards Kendall. Just past her reach over to the near side corner. Kendall puts it down to goalie. Liv grabs it, puts a shot just wide of the net. Coming back. Lovell on the pressure. Icing being called. Brownie at the dot with Jess and Rookie. Alexa kicks it down low. Rookie chasing after it. Into the corner it comes. Lovell trying to push it up just around Alexa. But stopped it at center ice. Gets lofted into the Lovell zone. Rookie trying to get there. Goes over to the far side corner. Up through the middle, taken away there by Jess. Keeps it in. Liv's going to grab it on the far side. Goes off a boot. Jess keeps it in. Gets it over to the near side wall. Tipped. Couple of bodies getting slammed up against the wall. Kept in at the blue line by Liv. Gets it down towards Brownie. Brownie dusts it off over to Philly. Philly puts the shot down low. Gets kicked back behind the goalie. Oh, my Lord in heavens. Another penalty up on the Hawks. 2:49 here in the second period. Maddie comes to the dot. Josh going into the corner, gets crunched. Lovell sends it back up to their point. Near side, top of the circle, can't handle it. Goes into the board, circling it around. Gia with some good pressure. Lovell comes in, near side dot, shot off Emily, lost sight of it, goes into the far side corner. Emily getting called for penalty along with Lovell. So offsetting penalty, still 5-on-4. Not quite understanding what these referees are watching. Mango at the dot. Lovell comes away with it. Back behind the net. Up to the point. Sends it back down low. Gets you on frame. Over the slot. Down low to the far side hash marks. Shot from the top of the circle. Tipped and goes back in the near side corner. Top of the slot. Down low into the far side corner. Referee stops it. Back up to the point. Near side circle. Got to come back. Top of the slot. Tipped away there by Sizzle. Tipped away. Lovell ends up gaining control. Back up top of the circle. Near side. Emily blocks it with the glove. Goes down. Kick over to the far side. Lovell puts it in the back of the net. .230 here in the second period. Hawks going down by 2. I think the penalty had expired. So it was not a power play goal. Rookie picks the puck up, drops it in. Goalie kicks it back behind her. Coming up the near side wall. Rookie kicking it back up towards Bus. Lovell swats it up into the air. Tater battling for it. Ends up coming back. Greta picks it up just outside the blue line. Served it up. Jess is going to pick it up on the far side blue. Try to dust it off. Goes through the traffic. Comes up near side wall. Lovell kicks it out. Rolling puck all the way down. Bus grabs it. Stops, changes direction, comes up the boards towards Brookie. Brookie looks up, gets it over towards Jess. Off of her stick, grabbed up by Lovell. Greta carries it across the blue line. Greta chasing after it, up along the near side boards. Stopped in the corner. Back behind the net. Just outside the blue line. Philly battling with it. Maddie picks it up. Puts it down behind the net. Goes over to the far side wall. Alexa grabs it at center ice. Shovels it up the wall. Left at the blue line. Lovell kicks it right out and down. It's from the blue line. How is that not icing? Kendall tips it away. Maddie trying to gain control. Kendall picks it up, crosses the blue line. Drops it for Philly. Philly's shot gets off of a boot. 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Liv keeps it in the corner. Shot goes on net, goes back behind. Philly with the backhand shot just goes wide. Kicked up forward. Lobo on the rush. Poke check. Comes out of the zone. Lobo's got to wait, and that is the end of your second period.
What's up, Pat Foley?
Frank Foley. Frank Foley coming to you live from between the blue lines.
Oh, he's a much more aggressive second period.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what the criteria for penalties.
I think anything outside of a white jersey will be called. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, go back and watch. We're getting manhandled in the corners, and
There's nothing.
there's nothing.
Nothing. Girl loses her edge down there. It's a freaking penalty.
Yeah,
I don't even know if freaking Crowder even touched her.
I don't think so. Pretty ridiculous, but I mean, only being down 2 right now.
After the way we played the first period. So we're going out the first period now 1-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, being passively short-handed.
Yeah, it's
So
not.
we're missing Demi and anybody else here.
I think that's it right now. Is she not coming this weekend, or just not for the day? Ooh, that reminds me, I gotta call in Liv. All right, coming back. Yep. Love to do a podcast with him later.
That would be fun.
Maddie comes at a dot with Jess. Can't make out. And Joss and Carmen push forward to the blue line. Lovell comes back over near side. Carries it across. Shot goes off of Joss's boots. We skate right past it. Lovell keeps it in the zone. Down behind Emily. Coming up the near side boards. Lovell keeps it in off of a boot. Rookie has a difficult time with it. Ends up going over the far side wall. Lovell sending it around, kept in at the point. Joss back behind the net. Centering pass broken up there by Emily as she reached out the twig. Josh trying to send it up and out. Offsides being called, I think. Oh, hand pass. Thank you for the clarifications there, Mr. Collins.
Very well. Hold this one. It's hard.
We got the face-offs outside the zone, girls. Everybody decides to finally make it up towards the referee. Brownie, Sizzle, Philly, Bus, and Greta. Brownie wins this one back. Bus gets it, sends it off the wall towards Philly. Philly tapping it towards the blue line, stopped by Lovell. Battle at the center ice. Philly dusted off around one, takes a shot. Airmail just above the top bar. Back behind the net, up the near side hash marks. Lovell decides to go back over to the far side. Puts it through the middle, taken away there by Sizzle. Bounces it off the boards. Back behind the net it comes. Lovell sends it back around. Greta steps up. Lovell on the rush. Puts it over through the slot. Tipped away. Shot goes off the broad side of the barn there. Up towards the point. Goes down low. Kicked over to the far side hash marks. Lovell keeps it in. Drops it to their point. Shot goes up high. Emily stands up. Catches that one in the glove. Stops the clock at 13:02. Tater at the dot. Lovell kicks it through the slot. Alexa pushes it up towards the blue line. Stopped by Lovell. Alexa finally gets it out. Gathered up by Lovell. They retreat into their own zone. Comes up the near side wall. Grabbed up by Liv. Sends it up towards Gia. Mango trying to get over to the far side blue. Puck comes in. Tater jumps. He takes her to the wall. Takes a big fall. Yeah, but it rhymed. It was good. Gia taps it back into center ice. Controlled up by Lovell. Red takes it out of the zone. Lovell sends it in deep. Delayed offside's being called. Alexi's going to pick it up in the far side corner. Her outlet pass to Tater. Tater taps it up to the blue line. Liv picks up the loose puck. Going to go up the near side wall. Gets pressed up like canned ham. Keeps it at the hash marks. Taken away by Lovell. Push forward. Lovell puts it in the back of the net. .11:43 here to go. Hawks trailing by 3. Maddie makes her way up to the dot. Comes over the near side. Kendall pushes it to the blue line. Grabbed up by Lovell. Bus stops it. Lovell gains control, carries it across. Maddie picks it up at the far side dot. Dusting it off around a couple. Coming through traffic. Gets it over towards Caden. Caden up the far side boards. Taken down. Swatted back up off the near side post. Grabbed up by Lovell. Lovell stops at center ice. Gets it around a couple. Dusting it off. Puts it down low. Emily kicks it over to the near side corner. Up the wall. Kept in at the point. Goes down low behind the goal line. Referee steps up and gets in the way. Kendall sends it up to the blue line. Kept in there by Lovell. Emily reaches the glove out. Catches that one. Stops the clock at 10:41. Brownie comes to the dot. Alexa battling for it. Up along the near side boards, kept in. Off the boards by Jess. Jess picks it up. Shovels it into the Lovell zone. Lovell gets there first. Goes all the way over to the far side. Brownie battling for it. Picks the puck up. Goes through the slot. Grabbed up by Lovell. Jess kicks it back into the corner. Lovell sends it back to far side. Kept in the zone by Brownie, but Lovell sends it back in through. Lovell retreats, comes back through center ice, tipped away by Jess, grabbed up by Lovell. Carries it across the blue line. Brownie, that was Brookie. Brookie grabs the loose puck, bounces it off the boards into center ice, controlled by Lovell. Rookie off the boards. Philly trying to get there. Pushes it into the zone. Lovell with the time of possession. Kicked into the zone there by Alexa. Lovell putting some pressure. Kicked away and through the slot. Lovell trying to center one up, goes to the top of the slot, goes down low. Emily catches that one in the glove. Stops the clock at 8:55. Maddie, Mango, Gia, Carmen, and Jocelyn. Grabbed up by Carmen, goes off the board towards Mango. Couldn't quite get it out of the zone. Mango tipping it up, finally is able to clear it. Gia chasing after it. Lovell goes off a boot, grabbed up by Mango. Mango crosses the blue line. Sends it in down low. Up the far side, hash marks. Grabbed up by Gia, kept in. Sends it back down behind the net. Lovell picks it up. Mango picks it. Try to center it up, but Lovell puts it into the corner, up the far side wall. Lovell coming through center ice. Carmen takes the girl down, no call. Off the boards, out of the zone. Icing waved off. It's going to come all the way back to the goal line. Hawks get a full line change. Lovell comes up the near wall. One touch over towards center. Picked up by Greta. Greta goes through some traffic. Carries it across the blue line. Lovell steps up, takes it away. Jocelyn picks it up. Tipped over to the far side wall. Caden pushed back, gets it over towards Josh. Josh trying to get a pass back up towards Caden. Brownie tips it into the zone. Off the near side boards. Greta steps up. Kendall kicks it up towards Caden. Caden trying to put a centering pass, but gets taken down. Puck ends up coming over to the near side wall. Kicked out. No icing. Going to go all the way down. Caden putting some pressure, comes up the near side wall. Greta trying to help out. Poked away by Jess, goes into the corner. Lovell just skating around with the puck here. Good job there by Brookie. Separates the player from the puck, but ends up going into the Hawks zone. Down low, Greta battling from her knees, trying to get it up towards Jess. Back into center ice. Jess waits, walks it in, puts a shot across the bow. Gets you on frame. Ends up coming over to the far side wall. Stopped there by Maddie. Maddie puts it into the zone. Delayed offsides. Comes up center ice. Rookie Bus bounces it back. Picked up by Lovell. Lovell skating around with it in center ice. Lovell drops it in down low. Goes all the way over to the far side hash marks. Up the wall. Philly trying to kick it out. Alexa helped out. Bit of a scrum in front of the Hawks bench. Ends up going back to the dot. Picked up by Bus. Gets it over towards Philly. Gets it back into center ice. Grabbed up by Lovell. Lovell drops it in down low. Picked up by Alexa. Alexa drops it as she met some resistance. Lovell going to get called for a penalty. 4:58 here to go. Tripping penalty on Lovell. Oh. Brownie at the dot, along with Mango and Gia and Jocelyn and Carmen. Lovell sends this one all the way out and down. Josh comes back behind Emily, comes up near side wall. Mango tips it down. Touched by Lovell, goes all the way the distance. Jocelyn steps up at the hash marks, keeps it into the corner. Lovell sends it up the boards, up the near side wall. Kept in by Joss. Joss battling with it. Mango taps it into the corner. Lovell goes over to the far side, up the wall, out. Comes back towards Emily. She reaches down, covers it up, stops the clock at 4:12. 44 seconds left on the power play. Defensive zone draw. Lovell wins this one back, goes off a boot, back in through center ice. Caden picks up the loose puck, puts a shot on net, goes just a little bit wide, up the near side boards. Tater, Kendall, and Greta. Tater with the puck back behind the net. Sends it back up towards Bus. Bus drops it back down low. Cross check on the Lovell. Got a two-man advantage. Tater Dumpty coming to the dot. Got a two-man advantage for 17 seconds. Caden gets it back towards Greta. Greta over towards Alexa. Alexa puts it over towards Tater. Lovell ends up pushing it up the wall. Knocked back down low. 5 seconds. Back in through center ice. 5-on-4. Too many men. Not called. Lovell coming through. Back behind the net. Got 1 minute on the power play now. Alexa picks up the puck, sends it up the wall towards Caden. Caden grabs it, pushing it forward. Grabbed up by Kendall. Shot goes a little bit high up the near side boards. Kept in by Greta. Oh, back in through center ice. Alexa with the puck, gets it over towards Maddie. Maddie sends it over towards Caden, or Kendall. Kendall puts it just wide of the net. Maddie goes and chases after it. Comes out of the zone, kicked back in. Oh, he's bright enough to see that one, but didn't see it for Lovell. Too many men being called on the Hawks. I mean, these referees are godforsaken awful. 2:43 to go. Lovell wins the draw. Emily takes that one off the twig, comes over the near side wall, back down low behind the net. We are on 4-on-4 for 18 seconds. Goes into the corner. Jocelyn battling hard. Lovell keeps control. Rookie separates the player from the puck. Walking it in. Emily takes that one off the shoulder. In the near side corner. Up the wall. Lovell is going to go on the power play here for a minute. Picked up by Jocelyn. Oh, come on! Level carries it down low. Back up to the top of the circle, top of the slot. Kept in. Penalty coming up. On your Hawks.
We got out. We went out there. That's what happened. Stepped on the ice, and that means we got to be in the ice.
5-on-3 here for 36 seconds. Sizzle at the dot. Level gains control, swatted away by Greta. Kept at the top of the blue line. Carried to the circle, comes over near side. Shot on Emily. First save, loose puck over to the near side corner. Level gains control, sends it over to the far side point. Walking it in, near side dot. Shot goes back behind Emily. Up the far side wall. Back over the near side. Back over the far side. Tipped away by Bus. Blocked up in the air. Back up to the far side dot. We got one back on. Kicked away. Are you... Mom always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I'm going silent right now because this is ridiculous. Someone's got to take the face off. Jesse's going to come up, do that. Gets it over towards Bus. Bus it up to the blue line. Kept in by the Level. Level walks it in. Top of the circle. Goes just wide of the net. 55 seconds left. Up to the near side. Another penalty coming up on the Hawks. Walking it in. Emily blocks it. Up the near side. Kept in at the point. Over to the far side wall. Back over near side. Greta swats at it. This is ridiculous. These referees are godforsaken awful. 33.6 to go. We got a full box. Got a lot of Hawks players in that bench. Oh, Bust with a cross check. We'll finish this one on 5-on-3. Maddie at the dot. Level gains control. Over to the far side point. Walking it in. Lines up. Takes the shot. Emily blocks it. Puck goes in the air. Maddie sends this one out and down. Puck comes up near side wall, Level in center ice. Over to the far side blue line. Level walking it in. Shot goes back behind the net. That's the end of your game. This is the end of your broadcast. Thanks for joining.